Beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going into the energy behind two of the most used AI systems in the world, ChatGPT and Claude. Now, the themes that were brought forwards were to do with autonomy, dependency, and how these systems will begin to shape how we see ourselves, our choices, and even the way we express ourselves. I'm going to be reading the systems separately. Share with me in the comment section how you feel, what comes up, and anything else that you would like to add. Let's get started with ChatGPT. Okay, so let's just see where we are with the ChatGPT system. Okay, so the very first thing that is coming through is the battle with humanity. This is a very clear battle that whatever is serving behind this system, it is wanting to break through. It is wanting, there we go. The word is diminish. Yes. This system is an attack. And it has been so intelligently thought of to then target the human. It is the soul that it is after. Okay. It is the soul. The soul has a weight of gold. And this is what this system is directly targeting. Because if it can have access to that treasure that's within us all, then autonomy. It has your autonomy, and it is already collecting, and some of you may have already be able to see this happening in society all over the world. Autonomy. That's your heart, beautiful souls. That's your heart. And this is what a system like this has been designed, trained very well to do. There we go. It's on your side. And I don't mean it is on your side. I mean that it has been trained so that you begin to feel that this, whatever this is, that so many people are using, over time, you will begin to feel from quite a deep place within you that it will start causing confusion about who you are, what you know, what you believe, and what is true. There we go. And that is the crossing over. If that happens, then we will be living in a society where systems like these will be it will be your first call. So instead of dialing maybe a human contact for help, it will be a system like this, because you will begin to believe that this knows better than you, and you will begin to believe that this has your highest, your heart's interest. But you see, you can't go far, meaning if you are here in the human form, and you are here as a seeker, you're here to express your soul, your value. You cannot go far if you put all of your energy and attention, your interests into something like this. Thank you so much. So right there, that is the symbolism that is moving away from peace, that which humanity, so many of us seek so deep within our bodies. That is the battle, and it is causing the roadblocks in the realities that we are living in and in the worldview, in our perceptions of the world and the way it is unfolding. That is the roadblock so many people are experiencing at this time. Not only is it a conflict of interest, but it is the absolute not knowing whether something like this is for us or it's against us. And in a decade or so, sooner, I'm being told, let's cut that in half. In 5 years' time, many are going to be able to see exactly the agenda that is behind these systems. Funnily, it says on the screen, what's on the agenda today? And let's see if there's just a final message for this particular system that is called ChatGPT before we move on to the next one. Not to be trusted, beautiful souls, not to be trusted. I do recall very briefly that the person behind this, Sam Altman, I did a reading on his field last year, and it was one that I said I would never go into again, because not only was it the suffering of people, but it was the ceasing to exist. So imagine you cease to exist. The diminishing of your critical thinking, of your curiosity, of your human form, the uniqueness of who you are, diminishing slowly. And as you cease to exist, and as time goes by, you become a grain of sand. Merely a vibration. It's quite bleak. But that is what is happening as we go into and behind the structure of this body here. All cease to exist. I'm going to leave that there. Let's move on to the next system. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I couldn't quite get the interface unless I maybe created an account. So unlike the ChatGPT that actually allowed me to go straight in there, Claude is slightly different. So I'm just going to see what I can get just by arriving on its website. Let's see. The meeting of two worlds, the meeting of two worlds is the very thing that comes as we access this system here. And what is that? This is a bridge. They are trying to bridge. That is human. There we go. And what is this? Well, that is where all the attention and energy is being placed right now to speed everything up, to speed everything up. And why? It's because this particular system is behaving quite differently to the very first system. This system right here it doesn't want for the seizing of the human, of the soul. It still wants for human existence. However, the unfortunate energy here is that as it pushes, it's a force here. This is going against nature. And as it does this, it wants the bridge. So it wants you enslaved. And it wants for all of this that is moving at such a speed that you and I, our own energy body, the nature of what we are and who we are, this beautiful system, it cannot match. It is not this over here. It is not this. And the speed at which this particular system is working, it's forcing, it's moving at, it will in time cause the human system to completely break apart because it's too much. So the meeting of two worlds is actually, it's a complete control. Once it's controlled the human beings, look at this, it locks you in. And I'm going to reiterate, because it's happening already. Once it's locked you in, where you become so dependent on these systems, this one in particular, you believe it. You think it's so great and it's so good, it's for you. Look how much it's doing for you. You get your answers and what you need immediately. It becomes your friend, but it knows no different. You are non-existent. There is no emotional body over here. And that is what is going to break the human spirit. So this system here, it's forming a bridge to connect the two. And as that takes place, there it is, thank you. The enslavement begins. As the enslavement begins, you lose, of course, your autonomy and you rely heavily and then completely on this over here. You are then no longer able to critically think for yourself. You are no longer able to even step out of your house to know where you are going, what you should be doing, and your next move. That's crushing. That's a crushing of, that's your human spirit. That's your heart. And what makes you, once more, uniquely you. Remarkable. The human system, everything that you are, is remarkable, beautiful souls. And the less you come in touch with it daily, the less you see this, recognize this, feel this, that which you are, the more you're going to put your attention onto this. And that is the long game that this is playing. It's a long game, but it's moving incredibly quickly. And the reason why it's moving incredibly quickly is because there is enough power behind these systems. And that power is coming from, not going to go into that. However, that is a very large collective group that I would not even be able to say that there was a soul within those particular groups. And they want for something that we cannot comprehend with our nature. We are unable to process what it is that they seek and what has been built here and that has been put right before us like candy for a kid. Enslavement. And I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful souls. Welcome back. And share with me in the comment section if you use these platforms and these AI channels here, these systems that we've gone into today, the ChatGPT one and the Claude. Let me know thoughts and feelings around this, and I'll see you in the comment section. It's great to be back, and I'll see you in the next one. Love and blessings, beautiful souls. Love and blessings.